octopus. What?
Huge penis.
Corkscrew.
Labyrinthian vagina.
Corkscrew penis.
Corkscrew penis, labyrinthian vagina.
Corkscrew penis and the hard K sound. Quack, duck. Historically, comedians have, I didn't know this, but apparently historically comedians have felt that hard Ks, are also known as comedy Ks, are a funny thing. Krusty the Clown from The Simpsons, specifically named and motifed around the idea that hard K sounds are funny. There's an entire episode where he loses the ability to say that sound, the K sound. It apparently comes from this. I didn't know that. Comedy Ks. Fascinating. Huh. Anyway, the funniest joke. Are you
Kimberly
ready to hear
Katina.
the funniest joke based on scientific research in the world?
I don't know if
Is
I
it a
am.
joke?
Listen
My
to it.
joke.
I don't think
Not a
I
joke.
want to hear it, but yeah, I guess there is gonna be.
Get ready to pee your pants with laughter and throw up because you couldn't breathe because you were laughing too hard and you ate too much soup for lunch. Here it is. Two hunters are out in the woods and one of them collapses. He doesn't seem to be breathing. He's kind of glazed over. He's laying on the ground. The other guy freaks out, whips out his phone, and calls 911. He's like, my friend is dead. My friend collapsed. He's not breathing. I don't know. What can I do? What do I do? And the operator's like, calm down. I can help. First, we have to make sure if he's dead or alive. The guy on the other end of the phone doesn't say anything. You hear some rustling. It's a little silence. And then a loud gunshot rings out. And the guy picks the phone back up and says, okay, he's definitely dead. Now what?
I get it. Yeah.
Funniest joke. You're not laughing. I don't think you're laughing. I don't think maybe you didn't understand it.
Say it again.
This
Say
is
it
the
again.
funniest joke in the world, guys,
Okay.
that has ever
I
been
didn't
thought of. A gunshot rings out. The guy or alive. The guy on
Say
the
it
other end of the
again.
phone doesn't say anything. You hear some rustling. It's a little silence. And then a loud gun. He doesn't seem to be breathing. He's kind of glazed over. He's laying on the ground. The other guy freaks out, whips out his phone, and calls 911. He's like, my friend is dead. My friend collapsed. He's not breathing. I don't know. What can I do? What do I do? And the operator's like, calm down. I can help. First, we have to make sure if he's dead or alive. The guy on the other end of the phone doesn't say anything. You hear some rustling. It's a little silence. And then a loud gunshot rings out. And the guy picks the phone back up and says, okay, he's definitely dead. Now what?
I get it. Yeah.
Funniest joke. You're not laughing. I don't think you're laughing. I don't think maybe you didn't understand it.
Say it again. Say
This
it
is
again.
the funniest joke in the world, guys,
Okay.
that has ever been thought of.
I didn't hear many K sounds though.
If it was like, boom,
It's like 9 Ks in there.
just like a crack of a gunshot.
All right, maybe I didn't tell it right. Maybe I didn't tell it right.
Yeah, say it more Ks.
Two hunters are in the woods. When one of them collapses.
It works. It does.
God damn it.
I hear the story about the two cunters. Like, I would love it.
No. All right. So listen, this has all been a bit of a setup. I don't think the joke's that funny.
Yeah.
I gotta be honest. Is that really the funniest joke?
Yeah.
It's funny.
I feel like what that represents is gotta be like the least objectionable joke. Like that one was a solid like 3.8 out of 5, and everyone else was either like 5s or 1s on everything. And that one, everyone was like, pretty funny. Pretty funny.
I think the problem's in the setup. And anytime you say a joke is the funniest joke, we're all predisposed to be like, no, it's not. No matter what you say, we're predisposed to be like, no, it's not the funniest joke.
Yeah.
I think no matter what we answer here, if the response is always, this is the funniest joke, people are going to just be biased against believing it because they know there's something funny.
Yeah. And I think the problem with the ranking system is that aggregate of all the votes, right? Wouldn't it just make the most like averagely appealing to everybody that they were kind of like, this may not be the funniest, but it wasn't ranked least funny by the most people. You know what I mean? Because jokes are different for every person. Like some people may laugh. I've laughed hysterically at the stupidest shit all the time, and then like a really well-written, intelligent joke, you know, I don't laugh at it, and so in the moment I wouldn't think it was very funny.
Well, I agree with you. I was disappointed. I thought of this idea and I was like, well, if I can Google and just find like a joke that's so funny I can't name it, maybe this would be a bad podcast. But I found that, and I have to say, they published, the guy who did this research, Richard Weiss, published a book where he talked about the study, and he also lists 1,000 of the top jokes from their thing. Joke number 46, I think, is funnier than the one that they have ranked number 1.
Okay.
The 46th funniest joke in the world is, how do you catch a polar bear? You cut
You
a
melt Antarctica.
You don't have to guess. I was leaving you an opportunity, but you don't have to participate if you don't want to.
Thank God.
You cut a hole in the ice, you put peas all around the edge, and when the polar bear stops for a pee, you kick him in the ice hole. Right? That's pretty funny. That's funnier than Hunter shoots Hunter to... Anyway.
Say it with more K's.
How do you clutch a polar bear? God, that's hard. You cut a hole, you cock ice. Can you cook key, cock a crock a catch? Can you cock a hair, cock a gong, and cock a key? You kick a hole. I don't like that. I don't like that one at all.
Yeah, no, that was way better.
It certainly made you laugh more, but I feel like maybe you just have a thing for comedy K's. And
I think I'm just like predetermined to comedy K's, man. They just work for me. We should go through. You should tell the same joke with every letter in the alphabet, and we will determine which one is the funniest letter. You know what I mean? We're just basing this off an assumption. Where's the research?
Bow boo boo betch babola.
Somebody like sped up. She will be back to.
I can't.
Conan O'Brien monologue jokes. Oh shit. 10,000 in total. 1.6 million characters. Wow. It's a 2-layer LSTM with 512 hidden notes.
I put in the prompt, right? The initial text. So I put your mom is so fat. That's a tried and true. A classic joke. A classic. And it came up with your mom is so fat. It was reported today that Hillary Clinton has been chosen to go to the Chinese food cancer. It's called the pasta that she put in a prompt, right?
Around, and there was BlueNile.com ready to help me buy jewelry needs.
Okay, so my first instinct was maybe the funniest joke in the world couldn't be written by a human mind. So I looked up an AI joke generator. And to preface this joke generator has been trained by the top of the top quality content, because you know when you have a quote-unquote AI, you have to train it with data. And it's taken 7 years of Conan O'Brien monologue jokes. Oh, shit. 10,000 in total. 1.6 million characters. Wow. It's a 2-layer LSTM with 512 hidden notes. I don't know what that means. You have to put in a prompt, right? The initial text. So I put, your mom is so fat, because that's a tried and true.
A classic
joke. A classic. And it came up with, your mom is so fat, it was reported today that Hillary Clinton has been chosen to go to the Chinese food cancer. It's called the pasta that show. What?
You could just randomly sample from a bunch of monologues to get that shit.
Yeah, it's just mashed together. There's another one here. Your mom is so fat, a new study claims that President Obama said she will be back to make a little sex for what he can go to his butt. In other words, the woman is still no longer sold to a fashion brother. What is happening? I don't know, man.
It was a laugh.
I can't believe someone's like sped up.
She will be back to make a little sex.
Go to it for what? He can go to his butt. How can someone who spent like hundreds of hours training this AI go to anyone else and be like, guys,
They did.
Is it supposed to be a sentence?
Yeah.
Or is it supposed? Can you do like a word?
Oh yeah, wait. Well, the initial text is literally just at the beginning. I don't think it takes anything from the initial text. Like, I could do another. Let's say 2 men walked into a bar. A classic. Generating jokes. Just thinking about it. It's computing. It's really thinking about it. Hold on. Okay, here we go.
Is this the Brendan Sudol joke generator? Sorry, just to
No, it's AI joke generation demo. And this joke, it just came up with 2 men walked into a bar. A new study shows that sex toy has been asked to be one of the President of the United States. The study was conducted by the internet to visit the Republican Senator President Obama, who said, I was the upcoming porn star that has a husband of everybody. Of course, he was reported in those photos.
There's something like, it's like a mix of so many things that trigger things in your mind that it's like a distortion field or something. Like, as you're reading it, my mind is actively like, yeah, what? Oh, God, like it's trying to piece it together. It's so fucking disorienting.
Oh, man.
Oh, God.
It also actually wait. Come back to me later. Go back to me later.
All right. Well, definitely points for your first thing, Mark. The discussion about my intro. Wait, point. It was me. But then you get definite points for that, Mark. Good point. Solid.
Thank you.
So what do you got, Wade? You got some comedy?
Oh God, no! I can't top what we just heard. I don't got it.
That's the whole thing.
Yeah, I feel like we've reached the epitome of jokes.
You're laying down, and handing me the win.
I mean, just Google something and read a joke. Come on, don't give up. Come on now.
All right, come back to me later too.
But
Okay, all right. Well, I guess it's coming back to me. So what this reminds me of is we did a video on Unisonus called like an AI predicts our death, and it's kind of a similar thing. But what we used was something called
glittery
Pop
one.
Transformer, and it generates like either articles
Well,
or
I
just
was using
finishes
this
your
one.
thoughts and
But it's
continues
mixed with
going.
these.
I don't know the exact thing because it's new now. It's called InferKit, but I
They don't have a lot of pigment to them though. But this, I want to see if it glows and glitters.
So fat, reply, parent, threat, expand, link. My mother told me the same thing, but I tried to ignore her nagging, and she got mad. Maybe my dad made a comment, but my mom really drove it home.
jeez.
And I don't
Oh my God.
know what's going on the other side of this AI, but I think it's having a bad time.
Nice.
Yeah. It feels like the logs from GTFO. Have you ever read the logs? You go into those?
No, I have not. Not much.
There are logs in all the terminals. Like everyone has their own log. If you actually read it for the lore, but it's always just like error reporting the server, like temperature down. And then there's a note that's like, I can't believe we've done out in the woods when one of them collapses. Okay, I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna see what it gets. Two hunters are out in the woods when one of them collapses.
Improve
He doesn't
the
seem to
joke.
be breathing, and his eyes are glazed. They call the park service, and the park ranger starts CPR. They are about ready to cut him open when the guy starts breathing again. They call an ambulance, and the guy is fine. When he gets to the hospital, the doctor asks him why he was out in the woods alone. Did you know you could die of hypothermia out here? The guy says, and then it stopped. What the fuck? I feel like the punchline was right there. Let me give it. The guy says no, he didn't know. The doctor looks him over and says you were dead for at least 4 hours. Then the guy says no, I was conscious. I was talking to myself, asking myself what's going on. Why can't I breathe, etc. The doctor says that's the worst kind. You just became aware of what was happening to you. Your brain says it's not real, so your body doesn't do anything about it. He says if you had been conscious, you would have tried to call for help, yelled, knocked on someone's window,
Sounds
anything.
scary.
The guy asked, do you really think it was my mind that did that? Do you really think it was me trying to die? The doctor says, I don't know. You can't know. You might be a skeptic.
I don't
Please
hear
give me a little credit and try to find some answer for this.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, that was creepy.
Whoa. Jeez.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
I don't know if that's funnier, but it's definitely more interesting. I want to know more about this because the doctor said he was alone, but he was with her. Like, what is this? This is captivating.
He was hallucinating.
Yeah.
Or he was abandoned by his friend.
He could have been, yeah, he could have been.
That's crazy shit.
But what was the other one about the polar bear? Hang on, I'll
It
get
just
that going.
sounds
Oh,
scary.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
the-
polar bear. How do you catch a polar bear?
Catch
The other top.
So, I was looking into why we find jokes funny to begin with. If we're gonna craft the best joke, we have to understand the why.
I think these are
right?
funny if you
So,
relate to them,
this study
or if
found
they're
a few
so
different
bizarre,
theories,
like you
a couple
can't
of
wrap your head
different
around
theories
it.
that looked
Those
at,
are
like,
funny.
different things, like Plato and Aristotle suggested
Like you're like,
the
what?
dumb-boost theory, where
Or you're like,
basically
oh
we
my
find
gosh,
things
it's
funny
a
when we're the superior being, so we watch someone stupid do something dumb. There's the nobody died, where you build up a lot of tension, and then like you see something happen, but knowing that they're okay makes it funny. So someone like goes to jump over a fence, they trip and they fall on their face, and then they get up, and it's like you laugh at them. They're not dead, they're fine.
I wouldn't.
But God,
I
that
don't
was
laugh
stupid.
at that.
That's called the relief theory. So superiority
I
theory,
go, oh my
relief
God,
theory,
you okay?
incongruity theory
That's
means
terrible.
something unexpected happens. So someone goes to jump over a fence, they clear the fence, then they're hit by a bus that came out of nowhere. That's funny because no one expected it. That's another potential. So if we're gonna be building a joke, keep these things in mind. Then there's a very long one, the benign violations theory. The it's bad but harmless. Simplify it. So something bad happens, but ultimately, like, again, it's like no one died. Very similar to that, I guess. So if we're gonna build a perfect joke, those are 3 elements according to this study that could help.
No, it's not.
Okay, how do you catch a polar bear? What type of underwear do you wear? How old is your vagina? How do you know you love someone? What is the best way to make someone fall in love with you? Where do you get free money? How do you take your mask off? How do you know if you can trust someone? How do you handle anger? How do you express your feelings? How do you make your partner feel? If you are over a certain age and not married or in a serious relationship, how do you feel about sleeping with people online? If you're already in a relationship or not in a relationship, how do you respond to someone who asks you to do things with other people? Have you ever done something in bed that the other person told you you wouldn't be able to do? How do you speak about yourself in the third person? Let's just go on forever. It just keeps going. Like, there's a certain character limit that it can do at a time, but, yeah, anyway. How old is your vagina?
3.
Alright.
I started with according to a recent poll, and I've got, according to a recent poll, humans are that she's finally starting to make a car in the procedure, and according to a recent poll, humans are the man from the day by hope. The prostitute told them that's also a planet to have the baby, and then they're gonna go to the internet. Is that the funniest joke you ever heard?
That's pretty good. That's
I'm hung up on the new version of the polar bear joke. You're hung up on the vagina? Aren't we all? That went places. I had an emotional reaction to that in a confusing way that I don't understand. I don't know if it was purely comedy, but like, or something. That AI is deep, man.
This AI, like, it's not just like constructing things. The sentences, like, they don't always make sense, but they are complex and natural sounding. Not like that other one.
Start it with the prompt. This is the funniest joke in the world.
Okay.
I'll give them to you. You're the one that said you didn't want them.
This is the funniest joke in the world, but I am too old.
This with the button with the thing?
If you have a dollar bill but no button to push on it, the most reliable way to have it drop to the floor is to push it on the sidewalk and hear it smack against the concrete. And then the doors opening and
She
closing.
doesn't like
This
you
is a common
kids because
joke
there's a
to
chain on
lovers
it.
Who like to
Should we
say
see
this
it?
every time they touch each other. It's an old German joke, in fact. If the characters are actually saying this, they're
Oh,
not
my
aware
face.
that it's a joke. So this is all a story about a washing machine and a pig. Both stories are very old. Back to the first story. What we have here is a washing machine that has lost its pet pig, and it really wants to find it. You may tell a very funny story here about how it eventually finds its pet pig or something. I don't, and then it's done.
Oh my
I don't. You may tell a funny story. I don't.
I tried a knock-knock joke that went horribly weird.
Yeah?
So I typed in knock-knock, and it said, "Knock Knock Andy,
How
officially the
old is your
song of
vagina?
Starbucks." So finally a stripper who was a speech called the housewives of Charlie Sheen in their money.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Wait, I just typed in knock knock, but also I put who's there. So it's like knock knock, who's there? Ghosts, I would tell them. There's no one here. Knock knock. Nope, just me. Knock knock. I just wanted to see if you were still out there. As the nights grew colder and the moon was swallowed by clouds, I started sitting on the swing just inside the back door. I mean, whoa, that is a great knock knock. Ghosts, I would tell them, there's no one here. Knock knock. Nope, just me. Knock knock. I just wanted to see if you were still out there. That's a really good knock knock joke.
That's scary. I don't know. These are
I'm
eerie.
gonna post this in the
Something
Discord,
about
so
it's
it's
giving me the
like,
creeps.
remember, like,
Just wanted to see if you're still
You
out
just want
there.
someone like, "Hey, you want to hear a joke?" All right. Knock knock. Who's there? No one. Knock knock. Nope. Just me. Knock knock. Just wanted to make sure you're still out there. Like, I think I would turn and run. Like, holy fuck.
yeah, my god, that's great.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, knock knock, who's there? Keep out! You are not wanted here! Knock knock, who's there? Fuck you! Stay out, let me in! Who's there? Step aside, I'm married! Who's there? Leave me alone, I'm getting horny! Who's there? Don't touch me! If you touch me, I'll have to sue you! Knock knock, who's there? Santa Claus! You've been very good this year!
That's it. That's everything.
It's in for kid. It's in for kid.
Yeah, can you link that? I
That
need to
says
keep that
everything.
forever.
Yeah.
That says more than any words a week I could put together.
That shit.
That's.
Oh,
It is deep. It
It's
knows.
so fucking funny.
I think we got our best joke of the year. Oh my god, that's so much funnier than the two hunters in the woods by such a wide margin. What the fuck? Oh my god. So I think the funniest joke is just automation. It's the AI.
That's the
It
thing, like,
knows.
boiling down to all creative, like, endeavors, there is a kind of a tragic thing where at some point computers will be better than at least the majority of people at coming up with content in general. It might be farther down the road for certain things, but like we first did this in 2019 and it was really kind of all over the place, hit or miss. This version is on it. This version
Can you
is...
link the site?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I should have done that before. Yeah, this version is really tuned in. Like, look at the variation. They have all caps, these things. There's patterns to it. There's continuation of information. I mean, it gets to getting horny, and then there's Santa Claus. That's weird, but you could kind of see it could be related to the same weirdo who's constantly outside the door. I don't know. It's very strange.
Why did the chicken cross the road?
Oh, yeah.
Why did the chicken cross the road? Because he thought it was the best idea ever. He needed to spread the word that chicken crossing is the best idea ever. Why did chicken cross the road? To get chicken burgers. You can... Oh god, how do you get?
It's
how do you get more
me.
text? Generate
That's
more?
me
Oh,
outside
you
the
got, on the left
Hit
side,
tab.
there's you can
Generate
extend
more, I
the...
think.
Yeah, you can hit tab too, but you can extend the beginning.
And why did chicken cross road to get chicken burgers? You can find one at McDonald's, or if you want something more nutritious, this nugget from Trader Joe's to be delicious. Let the chicken finger spin begin. Fucking rhymes and shit. What is this? It's linking a Twitter picture for Wendy's? It's linking a Twitter picture.
What, you linked to Twitter?
Save
What?
that.
Yeah,
Save that. Look, it's still generate. It says read more. Boner candidate number 3. The late wave of Jesus must have been a bit tense. What the fuck?
I don't know how to. I need to get a setup where you can see up high.
Jesus is coming. Justin Marshall had his cell phone camera rolling when he
We're
said,
trying to be an artist.
buy the chicken. What? Wait, I'm just gonna stop right here. Hang on. We're
I don't know how to set that up. How do you? Now I need a
Yeah,
rig.
lose the thread, but they just keep yelling about Jesus at this point. It has a link to a Wendy's tweet in it. Let the chicken finger spin begin. It's a link to a tweet. Oh my God, computers are gonna take over.
They really are. Wow, they really are.
What the fuck is happening?
What's another like classic joke prompt? You know, there's chicken cross the road and there's knock knock. What's another like classic one besides into a bar because it didn't seem to work too well? There's gotta be more.
Let me just do a quick Google. Classic joke setups. What do you get when? Yeah, is kind of a classic setup. I don't know how to phrase that for this guy.
Maybe I'll just leave it. What do you get when and see what it does?
How many people does it take to change a light bulb? Another one.
What do you get when you combine the strawberry wine slushy of my youth with the strawberry wine slushy? All noggin on cable, guitars and whiskey, a song by the Handsome Family, in case you were wondering. The man from St. Petersburg. I'm not even sure how to describe this one. I know I've seen it before, but I can't remember if I actually liked it or hated it. It's hard to tell from a 5-second YouTube clip, although I don't like... Well, like, Markiplier is by far one of the greatest YouTubers out there, and one of the first YouTubers I actually got into watching. There's so much to like about Mark, both in what he puts out and how he talks to his audience. You can read my thoughts on here. Plus, he was one of the first YouTubers to do the House of Mark giveaway thing. What the fuck? Which has become a pretty big deal in recent months. 2 years ago, it was basically unheard of. But at some point this summer, Vlogbrothers-Edu was founded, and now people are getting lucky with all sorts of great stuff.
What? Does it remember your interactions with it? How does it get to
I
you?
have never interacted with this. I haven't been talking to this thing, telling it how great I am.
It just got to Markiplier? What is this?
I just said Markiplier is.
I thought that was the same prompt.
I typed how many peens does it take to change a light bulb? To change the light bulb, it takes 1 peen. No more Mr. Nice Guy. An observation, it's a good thing I've got my children to keep me in line. Otherwise, I might just be a mean, nasty, crazy lady.
All right, I made my own, and I'm pretty happy with it. But I gotta say, Mark, I miss when you used to do the Mark's House giveaways.
Thanks, yeah, I know. I just couldn't keep up with it.
Those were probably some of the best things you ever did.
Thanks.
But I went with the prompt: a pastor dies and goes to heaven, and then he has to pay a fine for the life he lived. I thought this is ridiculous. I thought if I lived the way I was supposed to, if I give my all, that I would make it into heaven. But what about all the others out there? What about my children? The ones I don't even know. If they all did the things I did, do they have the possibility of making it into heaven? As I sat and watched it, I found myself not seeing the facts behind the whole debate, but my whole heart feeling sorry for those two. Their testimonies filled my mind with such hope to know that they just may get to go to heaven. To see them arguing with each other about what they did and how much they prayed over the years, I thought if only we could all live like that, no matter who we are or what we did, we'd have so many more people making it into heaven.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Comedy. This AI is concerning.
It's
scary.
gibberish,
Oh,
but
God.
it's everything. It's everything. You don't even need to. It doesn't even need to be laid out right. It's everything. This is everything. Our language is wrong. This is right.
Favorite song is Mama by the B-52s. My favorite food is fried chicken, cut up with, it's in parentheses, cut up with cheese bread and coleslaw. I like chocolate, strawberry ice cream, and root beer. I like to eat raw sugar and cookies. I like
washing my feet. When I was 2 or 3, I loved to hide under the kitchen table. Mama was a pink ballerina and had black, and it's done.
Okay.
Wings and a skirt. That's okay. I'm gonna.
Okay. So I have a question. These have been very funny. The knock-knock joke you made is gonna kill me for the rest of my life. Because, holy fuck.
Yeah, why was yours funny?
But you know what the knock-knock joke is I just got?
What?
Knock, knock. Who's there? Santa Claus. Santa Claus who? Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you too. I said lovely with a big smile and turned my head to the baby. Her eyes were filled with tears and she was all smiles. Her excitement was contagious. We decided not to have Christmas till she was a year old. Then one Christmas we found ourselves at the children's hospital. She was admitted to the hospital for respiratory distress and double ear infection. Spent the first 2 nights crying and staring at me as if she was waiting for me to walk into the room. I'd fallen in love with her, but it was a love that didn't fully develop till she was placed in my arms. That day she was a stranger in waiting, not a mommy. That day she cried for me and begged for me not to leave her. It was the first and last time I spent Christmas in a children's hospital.
What the fuck?
Knock, knock.
I don't,
You're so dark, Wade.
I don't like that.
Who's there?
What did you
I
do?
don't know why I got that.
Alright,
I'm
listen.
just sad now.
This raises an important question to me, right? These are funny. I feel like there's something we're doing that's making them funnier than they have a right to be. And it's ascribing
I think
intention.
I think
because
you could
feel
become
like
more
it's
human if
things that
you
happen
listen,
accidentally
if you
can be
just
funny.
read
When you
these.
talked about the different
They're
ways
more-
that things are funny with. Like, accidents are funny, especially if everyone's okay. It's like, whoops, oh, that's funny. He fell down, whatever. These are funny. I feel like anyway to me, I'm thinking about the joke right as it's happening, and I'm like, wow, how did you think of that? That's so fucking funny. That's really creative. It's not creative. It's not intentional. The computer is literally like, well, the AI, whatever. It's literally like this word and this word, and then like these things seem related, and like they are enough that it's something in our brains is like, wow, that kind of makes sense. Well, it's not on purpose, and it's definitely not trying to be funny. Clearly, this text generator thing is trying to be dramatic. I don't know if it's meant to be dramatic, but like, it's dramatic. So, I guess not that I didn't enjoy those jokes, and I still think the knock-knock joke, like, I would have memorized that so that I can tell it, because it's fucking funny.
Yeah.
But is that different? Is it more impressive if a person was like, hey, I wrote this joke, and I want to perform it for you? Is it funnier because someone wrote it with the intent of like, this is going to be funny, I'm thinking this through, this is comedy, or does that not matter? Because I feel like that cheapens it somehow.
It's kind of one of those things where if people did the same thing, where they just go on a string of nonsense, it can be very funny and completely random. There's a TikTok, which I think is actually originally a YouTube video or something, but let me find this and play this because it kind of is an example of what this AI is doing.
Gas station. What are we getting for dinner? Sushi, of course. There was a roofie inside of our gas station sushi. We black out and wake up in a sewer. We're surrounded by fish. Horny fish. You know what that means? Fish orgy. The stench drives in a bear. What do? We're gonna fight it. Bear fight? Bare-handed? Bare naked? Oh, yes, please. We befriend the bear after we beat it in a brawl. Then we ride it into a Chuck E. Cheese. Dance, dance, revolution. Revolution? Overthrow the government? I think so. Next thing you know, I'm reincarnated as Jesus Christ. Then I turn into a jet, fly into the sun, black out again, wake up, do a bump, white out, which I didn't know you could do. Then I smoke a joint, greened out, then I turn into the sun. Looks like the meth is kicking in.
So, like, that is exactly the same as what this thing can do and has done. Like, and that's funny to me. Like, and also, like, you don't get from the audio alone. This guy is like nose to nose to someone else. I think trying to make them laugh, and it's like that can be funny. But also, it's kind of like that certain funny where you know it's complete nonsense and you're just waiting to hear the next thing of nonsense because that can be entertaining and that is entertaining. And it's just like, I don't know if it's any different, really.
I guess not. But computers can't be funny. The computer can't have written the funniest joke in the world, which, by the way, that's the funniest thing we've come up with so far. So officially, right now, the knock-knock joke, who's there, keep out, so on. That's the funniest joke in the world. Just
Yeah, I think it might be.
It's written by a computer. That's fucked up.
Yeah, I mean, you right.
Yeah.
I don't know if
I
they
think
were.
the randomness, the
It was-
unexpected definitely usually
Oh,
gets me.
no, that
I
was-
usually do fall for the unexpected. Or like I don't know. I do enjoy some
Hi,
dark
Ray.
humor.
I
like,
didn't hear
I
this
laugh
one.
at
I thought I
horrible
might
things
have heard it
sometimes,
already.
but,
This
you know,
was
maybe
an
we all probably
interesting
do.
Yeah.
episode.
I've often said
I'm
that
like,
fear and comedy are kind of two sides of the same coin. It's
yeah.
like when you are afraid of something, let's say there's something scary happening, you have this like apprehensive sense that something is going to happen, and there's like a payoff when it doesn't. It's like relief. And so comedy is kind of the same thing. You have like a sense that something's going to happen, and there is comedy and relief in it not going the way you expected. Like the unexpected can be entertaining, and in the same way both need like ebb and flow of tension. If you just like inundate yourself with nonstop nonsense, if we looked at this AI generator for like an hour or more, it would get boring no matter what it did, because we kind of tapped out on all the nonsense that it could get. So like any kind of craving for that specific type of comedy would wear down. I think it's like this can do jokes and make funny stuff because it's nonsense, but that doesn't inherently mean that it's funnier because well, I don't know. Maybe I could keep doing knock knock jokes forever, but I ran out of free characters and I have to sign up for an account and pay $20 a month to get more.
I don't know. Wade just posted another knock knock joke that's not bad. I don't know if it reaches the levels. Do you want to read it or do you want?
No, go ahead.
Wade generated this. Knock knock. Who's there? Do you know where my body is? Where's my body? Are you going to touch it? Where's my body? What? Oh, it's your cousin. Okay, you know, you gotta learn to live your life without your body. Why don't you sleep in your mom's bed tonight? Do you think she'd mind? We don't have sheets. Dirt always stays on the sheets. Now, where was I? I'll bet you don't have a dad either. I'm sure your mom is having a rough time. Maybe she needs someone to talk to. Yeah, maybe she does. Knock, knock. Who's there? There. The dryer man. What he brings are parts that make it go do, 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 do. No, you aren't getting it. You're getting do, 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 do. That's the cat making funny sounds. Leave. Fucking cat.
I feel like people get that. If you guys listening at home want to go find this, it's called Inferkit.
No, I'm scared of it.
KIT. We are not sponsored. You get 10,000 free characters. If you want to sign
maybe
up
I
and
will.
pay money, that's your own volition. But that's the website.
Well, I didn't say this, but points to Wade for the scientific research, talking about why things are funny, what makes things funny. Points to Mark for the quality knock-knock jokes. But points to Wade for the follow-up, no body, no dad, dryer man knock-knock joke. This is a tough one. This is a squeaker. You guys have any final submissions or anything? I don't know.
I ran out of weekly characters, so I can't make any more jokes.
Find anything else, Wade? You got any more research?
You know what? I'm gonna leave it up to debate. I'm gonna type in who wins, Mark or Wade.
Oh, shit.
Who wins, Mark or Wade? Wade. We are picking the series up exactly where it left off last year. Wade and the Heat have arrived. Take down the Bulls in the first round. All right, Dwayne Wade is the winner in a plot twist. The basketball player. So Dwayne Wade, if you'd like to host next week, let us know.
The winner of today's episode, Dwayne Wade.
Wow.
Professional basketball player, Dwayne Wade. Wow.
All right, well, that one kind of hurts, not gonna lie.
Out of curiosity, I went back to the other AI joke generator and I typed in knock knock who's there, and knock knock who's there. While in the most employees at the record after the most popular penis, and the speech was 4 years. So it was conducted at the GOP debate. The Pope found a new sex toy, call that the new state of the baby, or even being called Dancing with the Stars. When asked why,
Okay. I shouldn't even be laughing at that.
that's really bad.
There's definitely a formula to the one that was trained on Conan O'Brien. He talks a lot about studies, interviews, new research,
Politics.
Mitt Romney, apparently.
Yeah, Obama.
Talked a lot about Mitt Romney. All right. Well, we've done it. We have found the funniest joke in the world. Updated research. No offense to Laugh Lab and Mr. Dr. Weisman. I actually don't know if it said he's a doctor or not, but if he's doing research, he may be professor, I assume. No offense to you, but Mark's knock knock joke wins. He wins.
Oh, I win? Oh!
No, whoa. For the world's funniest joke.
Oh.
I'm
You
going to
could see how
tabulate
I
the
would be
points.
confused.
Yeah, no, that was poorly presented.
Okay, I get it.
What a setup.
But now I have to calculate points.
While you're calculating, I'm gonna read this. Who wins, Lord Minion 777 or Markiplier. Full happen to your stories. Always Team Markiplier, Lord Minion 777. Winner, winner, chilling and giving away to another musical fan on us. The second winner will receive a Lotro Vulcan set of pins. You have 1 week to enter. Credits created. Okay.
Well, I guess she's done.
Clear?
No.
She's through.
I've calculated.
It's clear in my eyes.
I've tabulated. I've calculated. I've done all the things to the points.
This was Kelly's request.
Wade, you made a good joke, and you had a strong comeback with the
Octopus.
Dragon Man joke.
Thank you.
Love that. Good
With
one.
skates on.
But on the some
And you
photo
look like her.
No, Mark just
And
edged it
With
over the
having me in
line
space.
with
There's Earth
the
in the distance.
Santa
She's
Claus
dancing on the
knock-knock
sun.
joke, because it is so fucking fun. It's not even fair to give Mark credit for that, but he does get credit for that. And Mark wins.
Yay! Thank you so much. I love taking credit for the computers that do all the work for me.
He just hosted though. It was supposed to be my turn. Remember, we this is a stage show. This is fake.
We don't take turns.
It's my turn.
It is weird when one of us goes for an extended period without hosting an episode, isn't it? Almost like I didn't get to host an episode for multiple weeks there, like almost a whole month or something. I don't know, it's crazy. Doesn't feel great, does it?
And admittedly, Wade, you do try to lose a lot.
Yeah, I thought that's what you wanted, Wade. I thought I was
Whenever you
satisfied.
guys want me to win, but I wanted to win now.
All right, well, it's too bad. All right, well, thank you so much, Bob. Do I get a winner speech? Is it, do you?
Yeah, no. What do you have to say, buddy?
Wade, I'm out of characters. Can you have it generate a winner speech for me and put it in Discord?
Sure, here's my loser speech. Feels bad, and I'm here, and I don't have to go back sometime. And you know what? I'm scared to. My job is boring. They're looking for someone who's more active, I've heard. The unemployment rate's at 17%. What do you want your winner speech to start with, Mark?
I won exclamation. I won exclamation. I can't believe I won exclamation. I think if you give it more, like, energy, like...
I won. I can't believe I won.
So this is what the AI generated. I won. I can't believe I won. The win is mine. She looked over to me. All right, Ace, let's go. And my heart dropped again. Won what? You wanted to win, right? So did I. I need you to tell me what this prize is so I can go home now. All right, thanks.
Listeners, make sure you subscribe to this podcast. Hit the little plus sign or whatever. Get it auto-downloaded. Play it on all your smart speakers. Monday is a new episode. You can find Wade at Lord Minion 777 or some variation of that on all these platforms. Markiplier, stuff. Find me on my screen. This is the most important thing. You should listen to this. This is pretty good.